Yang berusaha Tuan Haji Saipul Bahari bin Abdul Manaf, Pegawai Pendidikan Daerah Kota Baru. Yang berusaha Tuan Haji Muhammad bin Jusoh, Timbalan Pegawai Pendidikan Daerah Sektor Pembelajaran PPD Kota Baru. Language SISC Plus officers, USTP officers, teachers and students. Alhamdulillah, today we are going to have another sharing session with a few teachers from selected schools from PPD Kota Baru. And during this sharing session today, we are focusing on listening activity for SPM because SPM is just around the corner. So a few teachers from SMS Tengku Muhammad Faris Petra are keen to share their activity with students in the classroom and what to do with students during listening activity in the classroom. So for Faris, we call it Faris, SMS Tengku Muhammad Faris Petra or Faris is an IB school, International Baccalaureate School, the one and only in Kelantan, not only in PPD Kota Baru, but in Kelantan as well. So under IB program, there is a program which is called Service as Action. So we are gathering Farisian teachers to help PPD Kota Baru to share what they have with us and let us learn from them and gain the knowledge and the information regarding listening to help our students, especially in dealing with the coming exam. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the three teachers from Faris that will be with us today. The first one is Puan Rozia Muhammad Alif, and
Hi.
she is going to be helped from Puan Soleha Muhammad Sazali and also Encik Ahmad Zaim bin Ismail. So the three of them will share the listening part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they are going to share the tips and tricks for listening as well. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to hand over the session to Teacher Rozia. Please welcome Teacher Rozia and the gang. So the session is on you. Okay, please welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Puan Iza. All right, without further ado, I would like to say Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to everybody who is watching this listening class carried out at Sekolah Menengah Sains Tengku Muhammad Faris Petra, Pengkalan Cepa, Kota Baru, Kelantan. I am Puan Rozia Muhammad Ali, an English teacher and also the Middle Years Program International Baccalaureate World School coordinator. Okay, this is a sharing session, all right, and we are going to share this session in conjunction with our IB requirements, which is Service as Action (SAA). All right, my colleagues and I are preparing our students for the SPM listening test, which is going to be held on 21st February 2022. We hope that this sharing will benefit the students in general and the SPM candidates specifically. All right. Now, before we start the listening exercise, I would like to share some tips. All right, on listening. For each part, okay, I will explain what you should do before attempting the listening questions. My colleague will let the students listen to the listening text twice and later he or she will proceed to part 2, 3 and 4. Last but not least, I will further explain on the do's and don'ts of the listening test. Okay, now let us start with the general tips on listening test. Screen. Okay. All right. Uh, the third one. All right. Okay, this no, yang general. Okay, we are going to look at the general part. Ya, ada yang bawah lagi. Yes, tips on general listening. First, all right. You have to find the most suitable answer after listening to the audio repeatedly. So in this case, the first listening, you have to listen well, and also you must jot down notes. All right. So listening and writing skills, and you don't have to write in full sentences. All right, just write the main ideas, the words, or the key phrases that you can catch, okay, while listening, okay. And then the second listening, all right, we are going to let you listen for the second time. I want you to think, all right. If you cannot get okay, you can check your notes because you wrote the notes in the first listening or during the first listening. So second listening, you have to think. Now you have listening, okay, listening skill and thinking skill. Okay. And for the second listening, you have to decide which answer is the most accurate answer. So if you cannot listen well or you do not know the answer, we would like you to use guessing, which we feel that intelligent guess will be good here. Don't leave any question blank. All right. And then for general listening, you have to do a lot of practices and listening tests. All right. Okay. Before the exam, you still have about a month to go. You can always find any listening exercise in the book. All right. You can scan them and you do the exercises over and over again. Not only that, you also can watch a lot of movies with different accents, right? British accent, American accent, so that you are familiar with the accents. And if possible, without the subtitles, right? Okay, after you have listened, maybe you want to know what is the meaning of certain words, then only you can watch the movie with subtitles, right? And then the most important thing is that you must be familiar with the questions in order to find the keywords. Not only that, but it's going to be interesting because this is the time for you to listen to songs. It is not wrong for you to listen to songs, especially English songs. Okay, you have to listen to them. Podcast, news in English language. All right, you can even listen to English debate. Right, all right. Sometimes the speaker speaks very fast. English motivational talk and whatnot. All right. And then while listening, maybe you can copy the lyrics for the songs and try to see whether you have copied them correctly. Not Last but not least, listen to interview on video and write the transcription if you can. You don't have to write in full sentences. You write, okay, you can scribble. Only you can understand your own handwriting. All right. Now we are going to go to part one of the listening part. Okay, for your information, we have 4 parts in listening test. Part 1, 7 questions. Multiple question, yeah, all right, there are 7 questions. And then part 2 we have 8 questions. Part 3 we have 5 questions, and part 4 we have 10 questions. So altogether there are 30 questions and 30 marks. But then you are going the marks will be converted to 25%. So 30 marks, okay, let's say you got 30 marks, full mark, over 30 marks. So you'll get 25% for your listening, and this 25% will be added to other papers. So it will give you 100%. All right. So the first part, let us look at the first part. What are the tips? First part, for first part one, yes, for part one, this is considered to be the easiest part, okay, for all of us. All right, we go according to CEFR standard, right? Okay, so you have to read the questions, okay, and answers carefully. So before you listen to the audio, it is best for you to read the questions. all right, so that you know what to listen when the audio is on, all right? And when you choose the answers, there are three options. Okay, sometimes the answers is very clear, and sometimes you need to think which one. So there are three answers. One is definitely out. It is not the answer. So you are going to think whether A or B, for example, right? And then, of course, you have to predict correct answers. That's why during the first listening, you have to jot down notes, write down, all right? For the second listening, you can refer to your notes, and then you have to answer all the questions. Okay, if you cannot get the answers, just do intelligent guessing. Okay, now I would like to pass over to my colleague, Puan Soleha.
So I connect with audio.
Listening test.
All right. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All right. So are you ready to start? Okay. Full screen. Okay. Sorry. Where's the full screen? No, we can't. Okay. The slides. Okay. We are going to share the cover.
Yeah. Open the cover again. Okay.
Right.
Open
Yeah. Which one?
Yes. Can you see the arrow?
This one.
The one that's pointing over there?
Yeah. Yeah.
The corner
Okay.
there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hand cover.
Okay. So this is the cover, all right? Okay, for our first listening class. Okay. So our batch names is Amitans. So this is the cover. Amitans English SPM, okay, 2021 Flexible Anja Listening Class. All right, so this is listening set 2. So are you ready to start? Please, all right. I want you to, all right, please stand by with your pen, pencil, or your highlighter, all right? Get ready to jot down or highlight the keywords before we play the audio, okay? All right, so shall we begin? Okay, with part 1, okay.
The listening test. There are 4 parts to the test. You will hear each recording twice. For each part of the test, there will be time for you to look through the questions and time for you to check your answers. Answer all the questions. Write your answers on the question paper. You will have time at the end of the test to copy your answers onto the answer sheet. The recording will now be stopped. Please ask any questions now because you must not speak during the test. Now open your question paper and look at part 1. Questions 1 to 7. You will hear people talking in 7 different situations. For questions 1 to 7, choose the correct answer, A, B, or C. You will hear each recording twice. Answer all the questions. Question 1. You will hear a talk about the attitude of residents in fighting dengue fever. Voice 1. Residents must be committed to the fight against dengue. Most of the time they are indifferent and this hampers our effort in containing the disease. There have been instances where health officers conducting checks for larvae had the door shut in their face or were not allowed to fumigate their premises. Now listen again. 1. You will hear a talk about the attitude of residents in fighting dengue fever. Voice 1. Must be committed to the fight against dengue. Most of the time they are indifferent and this hampers our effort in containing the disease. There have been instances where health officers conducting checks for larvae had the door shut in their face or were not allowed to fumigate their premises. Question 2. You will hear a businessman talking about his core business. Voice 1. Pandemic. Our businesses suffer a drop of 70% in sales compared to the previous year. We used to have reservations for reunion dinners during the Chinese New Year. This year, there were no such reservations. We can't foresee any improvement in our business as long as the COVID-19 is not contained. Now listen again. 2. Businessman talking about his poor business. Voice 1. Because of the pandemic, our businesses suffer a drop of 70% in sales compared to the previous year. We used to have reservations for reunion dinners during the Chinese New Year. There were no such reservations. We can't foresee any improvement in our business as long as the COVID-19 is not contained. Question 3. About a bakery business. Despite the economic downturn due to COVID-19, my bakery business actually has been having good business. Voice 2. Like, I guess your bakery business is essential. The pandemic has actually forced me to be more creative and daring to change my business strategy. I am now selling bread or cake online. We also provide delivery service. 2. Proactive of you. Now listen again. 3. Hear about a bakery business. Voice 1. The economic downturn due to COVID-19, my bakery business actually has been having good business. Voice 2. Oh really? I guess your bakery business is essential. 1. That has actually forced me to be more creative and daring to change my business strategy. I am now selling bread or cake online. We also provide delivery service. Voice 2. Very proactive of you. 4. Hear from a participant talking about the benefits of attending a workshop. Voice 1. Did a workshop for nurturing self-reliance in online business. Voice 2. Oh, that's good. What else did you learn? Voice 1. I learned strategies in building a successful online business, self-development plans and ways to overcome obstacles. Under the Movement Control Order, NCO, it is very challenging to do business. We can only sell our products online. Luckily there is the delivery service to rely on. 2. You must be very resilient in times of adversity. Now listen again. 4. Hear from a participant talking about the benefits of attending a workshop. Voice 1. And did a workshop for nurturing self-reliance in online business. Voice 2. Oh, that's good. What else did you learn? I learned strategies in building a successful online business, self-development plans and ways to overcome obstacles. Under the Movement Control Order, NCO, it is challenging to do business. We can only sell our products online. Luckily there is the delivery service to rely on. 2. Very resilient in times of adversity. Question 5. About a nutritional crisis among children. Most of our children are facing a nutritional crisis, so we are not lack of food. Many believe that malnutrition is due to an insufficient amount of meals. This is not the case. Malnutrition refers to deficiencies, excesses or imbalances in a person's intake of energy and nutrients. Therefore, it's not just eating meat and nothing else. The advice is to stick to a balanced diet for our daily food intake. Now listen again. 5. About a nutritional crisis among children. 1. Most of our children are facing a nutritional crisis, so we are not lack of food. Many believe that malnutrition is due to an insufficient amount of meals. This is not the case. Malnutrition refers to deficiencies, excesses or imbalances in a person's intake of energy and nutrients. Therefore, it's not just eating meat and nothing else. The advice is to stick to a balanced diet for our daily food intake. Question 6. Complaint about traffic jams. We have received complaints from schools and the public regarding daily traffic jams when parents drop off or pick up their children. We appeal to the parents to be cooperative. There were instances when parents double parked or triple parked while waiting for their children. They will not hesitate to issue summons to these errant parents. Again. 6. You will hear a complaint about traffic jams. Voice 1. Received complaints from schools and the public regarding daily traffic jams when parents drop off or pick up their children. We appeal to the parents to be cooperative. There were instances when parents double parked or triple parked while waiting for their children. This has definitely caused massive traffic jams. We will not hesitate to issue summons to these errant parents. Question 7. You will hear a student talking about a community project. Voice 1. I am one of the 50 students who have been doing the colorful floor art to brighten up our neighborhood. Voice 2. That's brilliant. How long have you all been doing it? Voice 1. This is the 3rd weekend. I guess it will take us 2 more weekends to complete the community project. We have been following strict SOP while doing our project. Voice 2. Your project is based on nature. Commendable. Voice 1. Yes, the theme for our floor art is Love Our Flora. You can see lots of sunflowers in yellow and green. We hope the residents will love it. Now listen again. 7. Hear a student talking about a community project. 1. The 50 students who have been doing the colorful floor art to brighten up our neighborhood. 2. Brilliant. How long have you all been doing it? 1. 3rd weekend. I guess it will take us 2 more weekends to complete the community project. We have been following strict SOP while doing our project. 2. I see your project is based on nature. This is very commendable. 1. The theme for our floor art is Love Our Flora. You can see lots of sunflowers in yellow and green. We hope the residents will love it. End of. Now look at part 2.
Okay, stop.
Part 2.
All right. Okay. So before we discuss for part 1, all right. Okay. Make sure, okay, every one of you circle down the answers for every questions. Do not leave the questions unanswered, right? Please make sure you jot down all the answers before you attempt for the best answer. Right? Okay, so shall we discuss? Okay, so we plan to discuss part by part, all right? Okay, so for part 1, all right, part 1, okay, number 1, okay, residents of housing estates have been reported to be, what is your answer? Can you please read the choice of answers for C? To combat dengue. Okay, can you give me any clues, any words that you managed to listen from this audio track? What? Shut? Yeah? Okay, yeah, shut the door means that they are not going to they are not going to cooperate, all right? Okay, they are indifferent. They are not going to bother what happened. So C is the best answer. Do you have any other answer? Other than A, B, C. Okay. So make sure for these MCQ questions, please cross out those distractions. All right? Okay, to get the best answer. Okay, number 1 is C. Please use your red pen and, all right, tick. Okay, number 2, what is the main complaint of the speaker? Did you highlight the word main complaint? Okay, so make sure before you attempt the questions, you need to highlight, okay, the keyword. So main complaint of the speaker. What is your answer? B, all right? He has suffered a big drop in his business during the pandemic, all right? Okay, that is the main complaint, all right? So any other queries? Okay, no, okay. Number 3, how does the baker operate his business during the pandemic? Okay, give me evidence. How? How can we know that A is the answer? Yeah, I guess your bakery business is essential, right? Okay, so meaning that that's the clue that he sells his products online. Okay, so A is the answer. Okay, so far good. Okay, number 4, by attending a workshop, the youth has learned to be. Okay, what's your answer? Is it innovative, self-reliant, or involved in delivery service? What do you understand about self-reliant? Okay. Okay, you are able to stand on your own feet. So meaning that you are independent. Okay, the clue is self-reliant. So meaning you rely on yourself. self. All right. Okay. So B is the best answer. Okay. So number 5. According to the speaker, malnutrition is mainly caused by. So what is your answer? Right. Lack of exercise or balanced diet. Okay. If your answer is either B or C, please cross out A. That one would be the distractions for you. Okay. So just A, B or C. So most of you choose C, lack of balance diet. All right. Okay, because it's mentioned there. I did listen the word excessive nutrients, and then the children have to stick to balanced diet. That's the clue. All right. So you need like to listen carefully and jot down the the clues. So C is the answer. Okay, number 6. The main cause of traffic jams near schools is due to the right. Okay, is it okay? What do you understand about indifferent? Indifferent. What? Okay, I don't bother what happened. Right. What is indifferent? Couldn't, careless attitude. But is that the answer? Now I'm asking. Alright, you have to believe in yourself. Okay, when you provide your answers, when I ask you, okay, you need to, believe in yourself. All right, is it A, B, or C? Okay, which one is the distraction here? A, B, or C? Okay, so B. Okay, B is okay. So lack of monitoring by traffic police. So this one. So you have to cross out. Okay, so that's a distractor. All right. So it's either A or C. Okay. Can you give me the clues? Why A is the answer? Is it? Yeah. Okay. So can you please raise up your hands? Those who choose A. Why A? We need to know your reasons as well. Why A? All right. Why A? Okay. Did you listen the word double parked? Double parked. All right. Double park or triple park. So it means that is the problem. All right. So that's the problem. So when the question says the main cause is due to the insufficient parking space. When you listen, you need to understand and interpret as well. All right. So C is the answer. All right. Last one. What are the students being involved in? It's very clear. Okay. It's very clear, I think. So the answer is B, a community project. All right. Okay. I want you to total the score for part 1. Okay. All right. Okay. So first, full marks for part 1. 7.
How many of you?
How many of you managed to get 7 marks?
Okay,
So we have
3 persons.
3 persons. All right. Good. Yeah. How about 6?
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
yeah,
4,
quite
5, 6, 7,
numbers of
8,
students
9,
as well.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, almost 16
Yeah.
students.
Okay. So 5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right.
5. Okay, 4. Do we have 4 here? Still have 4. 1, 2,
3.
and 3. Okay. Below 4, 3.
Do we have any 3?
Yes. Do you have any?
2.
2.
1.
1.
Oh,
So the lowest is 4. Okay. So 4. So 4 to 7. We did have, right? Okay. You should have the target for every part. All right. Okay. So shall we proceed to part 2? Yes. Okay. Good. You want to? Okay. Before we proceed with part 2, okay, Teacher Rosie is going to explain the tips. All right. Okay, for part 2. All right. Okay. So, we have to share again. Zaim, can you see the screen?
All right. Okay. All right. Now part 2. I have to use this.
You have to.
Okay, part 2. First of all, as I have already mentioned, 1, jot down the important information. Part 2 is more necessary for you to jot down because it's going to be very fast and it is not a single question. It's actually it's one text, right? A longer text compared to part 1. So you need to listen very carefully and you have to jot down in what we call that important points. Key phrases, keywords, important points. Use short form, okay? And then pay attention to the synonym. Sometimes in the text, okay, the meaning, for example, just now, double park, triple park, right? So what does it mean? So that means not enough parking space. That is what we are trying to say. So as I have already told you, the first listening is for you to listen and for you to write. And for the second listening, you are supposed to think of the things that you have written and listen again to confirm the answer, right? And of course, underline all the keywords. It is advisable for you to read through the questions and underline the keywords so that you know what to listen to, specific information. And of course, you have to know the storyline. What is it all about? Because it's going to be a long text. So you know, what is it? Is it about dengue, about COVID pandemic, or what? Okay, so I think I'll pass it over to Teacher Soleha.
Okay, thank you once again, Teacher Rosie. All right, so get ready with your pen and your pencil. All right, okay. Need to highlight before we play the audio. You need to highlight, okay, the keywords for every question. All right. Oh, forgot. Wait, this. Wait, this one. All right, okay. Are you ready? Okay.
8 to 15. You will hear a talk about dengue fever. For questions 8 to 15, circle the correct answer, A, B, or C. You will hear the recording twice. Answer all the questions. Voice 1. Occasionally, we come across reports of dengue fever in towns. This is rather alarming as there have been campaigns to make the public aware of the disease. The public are still unaware why the diseases can be deadly. In fact, there is one complication of dengue fever which is unresponsive to any form of treatment and death invariably ensures in the majority of patients who get it. We therefore cannot afford to be apathetic about it. According to a medical specialist, the dengue virus may destroy the liver in a matter of days. This is followed by kidney failure, generalized bleeding shock, and finally death. Cause of event from the onset of fever till death takes less than a week. Patients afflicted with this particular type of dengue virus seldom pull through. The cooperation of the public is much required. They must help get rid of the habitat of mosquitoes in their house and the compound. Mosquitoes which breed dengue thrive in stagnant water found in containing objects like tires, plastic covers, flower pots, and pets' water bowls. Reducing the habitat available for these mosquitoes can help prevent dengue. It looks simple, but the house occupants tend to be complacent at one time or another. Of housing developers is also falling. Construction sites become ideal habitat for Aedes mosquitoes. Sometimes when a case of fever is reported, the authorities would fumigate the affected areas. Living alone may not wipe out the Aedes mosquitoes. The spray may not reach all the dengue breeding grounds. It is better to make everyone responsible for keeping not only house compound, but also construction sites, drains, and eateries free of breeding ground for the potential killers. Further measures that can be taken to prevent the mosquitoes from entering the house is to ensure that the windows are closed properly or the doors do not contain any holes. This would eliminate the chance of any mosquitoes entering the house. Mosquito repellents, especially in spotters, can help repel mosquitoes from biting you. Apply mosquito on your body to tropical destinations and even indoors. One important measure to be taken is to seek the doctor's advice when you feel the symptoms of dengue fever. The doctor would be able to diagnose whether you have dengue fever or symptoms of some other issues. Having a dengue-affected member in the house can increase the chances of other members getting the fever. In such cases, family members need to be highly vigilant and prevent everyone from getting bitten by mosquitoes. Listen again. Voice 1. Occasionally, we come across reports of dengue fever in towns. This is rather alarming as there have been campaigns to make the public aware of the disease. The public are still unaware why the diseases can be deadly. In fact, there is one complication of dengue fever which is unresponsive to any form of treatment, and death invariably ensures in the majority of patients who get it. We therefore cannot afford to be apathetic about it. According to a medical specialist, the dengue virus may destroy the liver in a matter of days. This is followed by kidney failure, generalized bleeding shock, and finally death. Odds of event from the onset of fever till death takes less than a week. Patients afflicted with this particular type of dengue virus seldom pull through. The cooperation of the public is much required. They must help get rid of the habitat of mosquitoes in their house and the compound. Mosquitoes which breed dengue thrive in stagnant water found in containing objects like tires, plastic covers, flower pots, and pets' water bowls. Reducing the habitat available for these mosquitoes can help prevent dengue. It looks simple, but the house occupants tend to be complacent at one time or another. Of housing developers is also falling. Construction sites become ideal habitat for Aedes mosquitoes. Sometimes when a case of fever is reported, the authorities would fumigate the affected areas. However, fogging alone may not wipe out the Aedes mosquitoes. The spray may not reach all the dengue breeding grounds. It is better to make everyone responsible for keeping not only house compound, but also construction sites, drains, and eateries free of breeding ground for the potential killers. Further measures that can be taken to prevent the mosquitoes from entering the house is to ensure that the windows are closed properly or the door screens do not contain any holes. This would eliminate the chance of any mosquitoes entering. The use of mosquito repellents, especially in squatter areas, can help repel mosquitoes from biting you. Apply mosquito repellent creams on your body when traveling to tropical destinations and even when you are indoors. One important measure to be taken is to seek the doctor's advice when you feel you have the symptoms of dengue fever. The doctor would be able to diagnose whether you have dengue fever or symptoms of some other issues. Having a dengue-affected member in the house can increase the chances of other members getting the fever. In such cases, family members need to be highly vigilant and prevent everyone from getting bitten by mosquitoes. End of part 2. Now look at part 3.
Okay, so that's the end of part 2. All right. Okay, so please circle better for every questions. Do you manage to jot down the notes on the right side of the questions? Yes. I could see some of you see that like leave, all right, the questions and then without any notes taking down. So please, okay, try to get use of writing down whatever notes that you manage to listen. Okay. All right. Shall we discuss? Yes. All right. This time I'm not going to read. I want you to read the questions and then you have to give me the answer. Okay. Say number 8. Any volunteer to try? Number 8. At the same time, I can test your pronunciation as well. So number 8. Anyone? Please put up your hand. Volunteer. Come on, my K3 students. Yeah, thank you, Amir. Okay, please read the questions and your answer. Okay. What is B? Okay, I'm quite indifferent to it. What do you know about indifferent? We have explained just now. Indifferent. Yeah, yeah. What is indifferent?
Can't be bothered.
Can be. Okay, I don't care. Yes, I don't care. All right. Okay, I don't bother at all. Okay, so if you manage to get the word, the public are still unaware. Are still unaware. So that's the clue. Okay, that B is the answer, meaning that the public are quite indifferent to it. So it here refers to the dengue fever. Okay, so it is B. Okay, so thank you very much, Amir. All right. Okay, next one, number 9. Can we have a lady? Yeah. Aisha. Okay, Aisha, Amira. Okay, very good, Aisha. Right? Okay, yeah. You answer and you give me the evidence. Okay, so A, it will destroy our liver and kidney. Anyone with different answer for question number 9? Afraid to admit? Yeah. Okay, yes, A is the answer. Okay, so number 10. Number 10. Number 10. Yeah, come on. What's your name? Sorry. Shukrina. Okay. Okay, give me the clue. It's- Yes, very good. Okay, it's mentioned there less than a week. So it's within a week. So B is the answer. Number 10. Number 11. Anyone? Ah, okay, good. Aedes mosquitoes. Okay. All right. Okay, very good. Right. So C is the answer. Get rid of the breeding ground of the mosquitoes. Would you agree with your friend's answer here? All right. Okay. I will ask you to justify after this. Okay. So number 12. Okay. Arifah. All right, Arifah. Why C? Okay, yeah. Okay, it's very clear. Okay, mention they use mosquito repellent and yeah, and then please, okay, you need to circle or highlight the word accept. Alright. Accept means that it's not the choice given. So C is the answer. Use of high pitch noise. Alright. Okay, number 13. Okay. Okay, you. It's very clear, right? Okay, it's been mentioned there, right? Okay, so A is the answer when traveling to tropical countries. Okay, so did you manage to cross out the distractors? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, once you manage to get the answer, so straight away you cross out. Okay, not to get confused. Okay, number 14, boys. Oh, again, Huda, right? Okay. Fever. Okay, fever. Yeah. Okay. You mentioned that the doctor, okay, when you have symptoms of dengue fever, and then you should see a doctor. All right. Okay, boys. Do you have any other answer? So would you agree with Huda's answer? So C is the answer. Okay, last one. This one I want from the boys side.
Remember the high risk of becoming guilty during the previous week. I answer B. Remember is diagnosed after dengue.
Any words that you managed to listen from the track? Yeah. Oh.
Here, around here. When
Around
I
here.
unmute students,
Ah.
you need to mute yourself. That's it.
Okay, it's okay now. I just proceed.
Proceed.
Okay, it's very hard. So they cannot
Also
hear.
that could be.
So they can listen, but they can listen from yours. Yeah, my voice. It's okay lah. So cover lah. So okay, we understood. Yeah.
We're still sharing our screen, huh?
So okay lah, we learn. Thank you for. I mean, like, if you are not
Live
here,
experiencing.
you are not here. This one. Okay. All right.
Now you become the cameraman.
Cameraman.
Using that resistor.
Okay. All right. So part 3. Part 3. This time, you listen and you need to interpret. Right? You need to interpret, meaning that it's not just listening. You need to relate with the statement given. Which one is the best answer? Meaning that you have to apply your logical thinking. Right? Because when we did this with K1, they are quite confused. Right? They are quite confused. So shall we start part 3? Show tips. Okay, so Teacher Rosie will explain tips for part 3. Okay.
Is it unmuted? Okay.
Okay, for part 3, again, you have to listen carefully. And I guess after you have done, all right, part 1 and part 2, part 3 shouldn't be any problem, right? You have the experiences already. So the clue is to listen carefully, right? And then not only listen carefully, you also have to classify the correct clues because there are 5 speakers, right? So with the correct speaker, all right? And then matching. You have to match the hidden meaning of the dialogue with the answer. All right. Sometimes it may sound like more or less the same, but if you listen carefully, you can differentiate which answer for which speaker. So my advice is for you to write down everything that you can hear. All right. All right. Pass over to Teacher Soleha.
Okay, so please get ready for part 3. Okay. Your pen, your pencil.
Questions 16 to 20. Here, part 3. Questions 16 to 20. Here are 5 short extracts in which teenagers are talking about a place of interest they like to visit. For questions 16 to 20, choose from the list A to G what each speaker says. Use the letters only once. There are 2 extra letters which you do not need to use. You will hear the recording twice. Answer all the questions. Speaker 1. I like to visit this natural lake in the interior of the I learned that the journey to the lake is itself an eye-opener. The lake is mystic and full of charm and quiet surroundings. Per 2. Uncle can scale Mount Dutton more than a dozen times, and he is still doing it in his 70s. I'll follow him the next trip to learn more about mountaineering. My ultimate aim is to scale Mount Kinabalu, one of the highest peaks in Southeast Asia. 3. I'd like to visit a cool hill station with its pristine surroundings intact. It should be the place where I can relax and rejuvenate myself from the hustle and bustle of my workplace in the city. Speaker 4. On visiting a national park to be really close to nature. Many activities can be involved in adventure, hiking, fishing, watching nocturnal animals and hides on treetops, or taking a dip in the cool, refreshing pools. 5. Dreaming of visiting secluded islands off the coast of Sabah. I can swim in the crystal clear water, involve in scuba diving to watch marine life and the corals. My dad is an experienced scuba diver, so there will be no problem for a greenhorn like me. Now listen again. Speaker 1. I would like to visit this natural lake in the interior of the I learned that the journey to the lake is itself an eye-opener. The lake is mystic and full in quiet surroundings. Speaker 2. My uncle can scale Mount more than a dozen times, and he is still doing it in his 70s. I'll follow him the next trip to learn more about mountaineering. My ultimate aim is to scale Kinabalu, one of the highest peaks in Southeast Asia. Speaker 3. I would like to visit a cool hill station with its pristine surroundings intact. It should be the place where I can relax and rejuvenate myself from the hustle and bustle of my workplace in the city. 4. I am keen on visiting a national park to be really close to nature. There are so many activities to be involved in: adventure, hiking, fishing, watching nocturnal animals and hides on treetops, or taking a dip in the cool, refreshing pools. 5. I've been dreaming of visiting Saphidan Islands off the coast of Sabah. I can swim in the crystal clear water, involve in scuba diving to watch marine life and the corals. My dad is an experienced scuba diver, so there will be no problem for a greenhorn like me. That is the end of part 3. Now look at part 4.
4. It's 21 to 30.
Nanti saya explain. Alright. No. Discuss or twice? Done already. Done. No, I'm not sure. It's twice. Okay. Again, please no discussion. All right. Okay. Okay. So, any confusion when you try to get the best answer for every speaker here? Yeah, it's normal, right? Okay, we did have that with K1. Okay, so here, right? Okay, it's okay. Just tell me what is the answer for speaker 1? B or E? I heard E. Okay, anyone here choose B as the answer? Oh, we still have numbers of hands. Okay, B. How about E? Other than B and E? Must be something, okay, wrong with your ears. Okay, so it's either E or B. Okay, so those who choose B, okay, please tell me any clues or words that you listen relate to the word B. Okay, did you mention about a retreat? No. Okay, so we keep IV first. Okay, how about E? So those who choose E, why? Okay, first you managed to listen to the word lake. Okay, yeah, some more words. Some more word. Mystic. Okay, mystic. What are other words that can help you to choose E, okay, as the answer? Any word like hustle and bustle? No. Any quiet words? Right? No. Surrounding? Do you manage to get the words? No. All right. Okay. So again, I want to ask you, right? So do we want to replay? No. Do you want to listen again? Do you want to listen again? No. Need. All right. So yeah. You want to listen to double confirm your answer? Is either E or B? It's a practice. All right. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry for right. Okay, so the right answer is E. Okay, E. Okay, it's a legendary far away from the hustle and bustle of the city. All right, it is mentioned the word quiet here. Okay, so please for part 3, you can't expect the direct word. So you need to listen to the word and then you need to, all right, think of the similar that connect to the situation given. So E is the answer. Okay, that is for speaker 2. One must be fit and tough to take part in this challenging activity. Okay, first YF. Any words that connect? Huh? High speed? Huh? Any other words that give you the clue? Yeah. Okay, how about just now? What is another answer? C. Okay, why C? Mountain. Yeah. Is that what relates to C statement given? It's a place where one can study rock formation. Do you know what is meant by formations? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know the form. Okay, how you change. All right. Okay. Rock. This is formations. So, what is the best answer? Yeah, F is the best answer. Okay, we can okay, replay, but we don't have much time, all right? Okay, maybe next time. So F is the answer for speaker 2. And please, okay, I want you to tick, all right? Correct answer. Okay, speaker 3. Speaker 3. Okay, any word that relates to the word cool, quiet place for a retreat, right? Okay, what are the words? Rejuvenate. What do you know about rejuvenate? Do you know what is R and R? You said R and R. What is R and R? Rest and rejuvenate. If you know, okay, that's R and R. What is R and R? Rest and rejuvenate. So rejuvenate also means retreat means surrender, like berehat something, right? It's a cool, all right. So that's why you need to have widen, okay, vocabulary as well. Okay, so B is the answer for speaker 3. All right, speaker 4. Okay, what's nocturnal animals? Very clear and close to the nature. All right, so D is the answer. Speaker 5. There are corals and colorful fish for you to see at close range. All right. Okay. So 5. Okay. Okay. Good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 students. How about 4? We have quite number of students as well. 3, 2. Oh, we still have 2 and 1. 1. The lowest is 2. Okay, so don't you see now the momentum? It's more challenging. Okay, you should know, right, which part that you need to do more practice. Okay, so shall we proceed to the last part? Okay, sorry, Teacher Rosie will explain first. Okay, the tips. Right. Okay, sorry. Okay. Right, this one. Alright. Okay. Okay, this one.
All right, part 4 will be the last part. So I think you have already calculated the marks. So this is the final part whereby you know how many marks to score, right? 10 blanks, 10 questions, 10 answers. Yeah. All right. So for part 4, this one is the most challenging part because you have to listen to a longer text, right? Not only that, you also have to what? To guess the word and also to spell the word correctly, right? So not only that, you also have to look at the blanks and put the word appropriately, grammatically correct. All right, so that's the challenges. There are so many challenges here. All right, so you have to read the sentence before and after the gapped text. Okay, the blanks, right? Do you understand? Okay, read the sentence before and after the blanks. And then, of course, you have to find the keyword in every sentence. Check the spelling and grammar. Okay, so again, I would like to advise you. Okay, I think I have already repeat myself so many times. Jot down for the first listening. Jot down, scribble something so that for the second listening, you are able to guess the answers correctly. Okay? All right, now I pass over to Teacher Soleha again.
All right. Okay, thank you once again, Teacher, for the wonderful tips for part 4. All right. So, are you ready? All right. This time, this is the final part. Have to do your best. All right. Okay. So, play the audio track.
You will.
Now in the process of putting up the area for the next day. After the process that you home to workers, jobbers and traders. Then you make your elderly, they come to their own. So very active is considered an environment. Interesting indeed. Now, this is the part one day, thanks. So, again, I know that you did a lot with your family last weekend to give the matter of God, which is the little landscape of which is a surroundings and what you proceeding with the park, having a school place to learn. Besides, the facilitation of all classes level. The following are visitors must be disabled. One of the children's playground. You will stay with the fact that it is the park because it is the problem that's in the concept. Our level to look for the reservoir. The importance of the keeps the environment existing. Learn about these stories for which they need to appreciate. First, the second economy for workers, drivers and traders, with including the capacity based on the revenue capacity. Volunteers and farmers cooking on 3 months daily basis. The man consists of both cooking and consumption service. I am also very active in serving the environment. Therefore, very interesting indeed. I have visited one day. Thanks. The same way. Right, I have actually heard nothing with the family last weekend.
Answers. Right, make sure your answer, okay, one word answer, and it is grammatically correct and it is spelled correctly. And do not leave the questions unanswered. Just try your best, predict the best answer. This time you need to apply your logical thinking. What would be the possible answer? All right? If you can manage to listen, but please try. You have to try to, all right, write down the best answer. All right? Okay. So, okay, it's about outing at the Matang Park. All right? Okay. So this time again, I'm going to test, all right, okay, your reading skill, all right, any volunteer. I don't like to pinpoint, all right, yeah, first paragraph, okay, yeah, 21 to 24, okay, and with the, you need to spell as well, right, okay, according,
The Batang Park is a well-respected park. It's only half an hour drive from his house. Spell hour, H-O-U-R. There are many reasons why we like the place. Why? Is why? The kids running on the beautiful scenery makes the spot. But I didn't get the answer.
to Putri to give the answer for number 23. What's the word that you can hear? Ideal. Okay, how ideal? How to spell ideal? All right. Okay, ideal. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you may sit down. Okay, so number 21. Okay, number 21. Okay, I know most of you, okay, the word that you managed to list is hour. But here, the correct answer is hours. No, hours with apostrophe S. Because look at the, okay, the complement words. Drive from his house. If you just use the hour, all right. For example, if the sentence, it is only half an hour journey. Then you can use a single word hour. But here, look at the complement drive from his house. So drive from his house, it complement the word hour. So it should be hours, H-O-U-R apostrophe S, drive from his house. Anyone with correct answer? No, yeah, that's why I say apply. The word should be grammatically correct. This is the last part. The final part is most challenging part. It's not just you listen. You need to infer. What would be the best answer? Okay, number 22 is why. Anyone with different answer? No, okay. 23 is ideal. I-D-E-A-L. Check the spelling. 24 is con. The Malay spelling, okay? So C-O-N-C-E-P-T. Concept. need to pinpoint, okay? Please. Shafiq, to give the answer for number 26. What's the answer, anyone? Proceed or profit? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Have you done reading the second paragraph? All right. All right. Sit down. All right. Okay. So, okay, the right answer for number 25 is listing or listed? Listed. If you notice the word is, you need to, okay, so the sentence is written in passive form. So you need is plus past participle. The word need to be changed into past participle. So listed, Listed. All right, next 26. Proceed. How to spell proceed? CEED. Check the spellings, okay? All right, next paragraph. Can we have, a girl? Please, anyone, any girl behind there? Yeah, thank you for volunteering yourself. Okay, paragraph 3.
Man. Aduh. Ya. Thank you. Need to join back.
Can we just off the camera? I have done my
Also can practice reading aloud with your friend, your partner. Reading aloud is good to loosen up your tongue for speaking test. Next week we are no joke, babe. Because we didn't give you homework for English, but we want you to
tadi ada ambil dia gambar.
if you don't want to enjoy, it can help you. Okay, you understand now? And of course, your ear is very important.
Yes.
Your mouth also is very important. The most important part is your brain. Because you have to think.
Have to think.
Physically, and of course, your physical part also.
Adham, right? Shafi. Oh.
Points 2. Game. With Town Park. It is a well-landscaped park which is only half an hour's drive from our house. Convenient for us to go there. However, convenience is not the only reason why we like the place. There are so many other attractions. Voice 1. Voice 2. The green surroundings and the beautiful scenery make the park ideal for city folks to relax. Besides, the facilities of the park are superb. There are even facilities for the disabled. There is a children's playground and a barbecue pit and a sheltered platform by the stream. Most picnickers like to go to the park because it is developed on the back to nature concept. The trees are labeled for the children to learn about them. The importance of the trees to the environment is listed. Learn about their usefulness, for which they begin to appreciate. There is also a nursery nearby that showcases all types of fruit plants and ornamental plants. They are for sale and the proceeds go to conserving the environment. With its popularity, the 6-hectare park is often crowded during public holidays. City the park can accommodate is 800 visitors. The park is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Many visitors will have the visiting hours extended to 7 p.m. or even to clean up the area for the next day. Park is almost a second home to walkers, joggers and trekkers. With unfailing regularity, they come early in the morning or need to clean on a daily basis. The management is very grateful to their unselfish service. Very interesting indeed.
Zaim.
I'll visit the park one day.
Okay, so number 25. Again, what did you hear? Mistake or listed? Okay.
Listed.
Okay, listed.
You know why is it listed? You read again the question. The importance of the trees
To the environment is
listed.
no. Sometimes you need like to get use with the accent. Listed, alright. Okay, listed. Okay, number 26. Okay, the word proceed, right? Yeah.
Okay.
We did hear the same word proceed. Okay.
What is the meaning? Proceed as a verb. Yes, proceed. Of course, it cannot go here.
Yeah.
Proceed means lebihan.
Lebihan.
Right.
Selebihnya, the proceed
You understand
go
the sale?
towards
Now
the
kita
conserving
jual, we sell,
environment.
and then they are for sales and
Yeah.
the proceed. Yang
You know,
the
proceed
one, the
sambung
balance.
the
And
balance
then we'll go towards conserving
being the environment.
Here,
Yes.
the word proceed
Yeah,
is not
it's not profit.
So
Okay.
it has
So
the same
we
meaning.
stick with the first word. Okay, first answer is
What you
proceed.
hear. Okay,
Proceed.
what you hear.
Okay. So agreed with us? Yes. So Adham, right? Okay, listed word. Did you hear the
what's
listed
meaning
word?
of proceed? Come here.
Okay.
Can we have a look at it?
Okay.
Keuntungan. Lebihan.
Right. Keun.
This word
Proceed.
is keuntungan. Right.
Profit. Yes. Keuntungan. Proceed.
Okay, proceed can be a verb. Meneruskan. Right. Mara ke hadapan. Right. But we have proceed. You have to put S. If you just write proceed, it's wrong because it's a verb. Okay. So proceed here is plural. Keuntungan daripada jualan. So everyone, if you write proceed without S, it's wrong. Because if you write proceed without S, meaning it is a verb. Move on. Mara ke hadapan. Okay, let's check your answer. Is that
Okay,
right?
check.
No S, right?
Yeah, proceed with the letter S.
If you do not put S,
No letter S.
it's wrong.
So your answer is wrong. Okay, proceeds.
You word proceeds.
Proceeds.
Keuntungan. Same meaning with
Okay.
profit.
It's okay. We learn from mistakes.
Never mind.
Yeah.
This is an exercise.
Exercise.
I've already told you you have to do a lot of listening exercise. There's not one.
No, the clue. You look at the words before that. Sales with the letter S.
Maybe you are okay because
Before
it's
and
proceed.
after. So sales and the proceeds.
I think
Right.
we are familiar with
Profit. Yeah.
but we are not familiar with proceed.
Proceeds.
Because proceed, we normally know that it is for a verb. But now we in the dictionary has told us proceeds with us is keuntungan.
Is a
So you
profit.
learn. You
Right.
learn, I learn, all of us learn. That is what we want, right? Education is a learning process. So alhamdulillah lah, okay?
So,
You
total
can
up the
answer,
score, okay?
total
Total
the
up
score
all the
for
parts.
this part, okay, those are art students, you may leave
You
the
may
class
leave
now.
the class.
Put,
Yes.
okay, put your paper there because we are going to collect.
Going to collect.
papers. Four of you, please go.
Anyone managed to get full
10
marks?
marks? 10 marks, anyone?
Anyone for the last part?
No?
Yeah,
Nine.
because of the proceeds, I
No.
think.
9? 9?
9. Good.
Okay,
Okay.
9.
8.
Congratulations. 8.
Okay.
I can see what.
7.
You.
7.
6.
Ah.
6 here.
5.
5. 5.
5. 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Below 4. 3.
3.
2. 1. So the lowest is 4.
That's
Okay.
5.
4.
So what you learn from this?
What do you learn from today?
Consistent and regularly
Yeah.
do the listening exercise. If you spot time, it may not be the same for the next time. So you still have 1 month to go. Is to keep on what? Doing exercise.
Doing exercise.
We are showing you how it is done. I hope you can do it on your own. Alright? So now before we leave, we are going to give the last
part.
the do's and don'ts for listening. Okay, listen.
Okay.
Alright, okay, the do's. Of course, you like this. How many of you like to watch movies? Put up your hands. Alright, what about English movies? I think it's in fashion now. If you Netflix, right? You have a lot of movies there. So watch the movie with and without subtitles. Okay? You can watch any movie just to get familiar with the accent with or without subtitles. And of course, use dictionary like what I was using just now. I asked you for dictionary because I had the dictionary in my phone, but my phone was being used just now. So I need that, what we call that, physical dictionary, right? And to write down the words that you don't understand. Like for example, proceeds. Okay, that is a good example. And try to lip sync. Lip sync. Try to imitate. All right, the speaker, and try to read the dialogue. All right, can you do that? Okay. And then not only that, you can use, I think every one of you like podcasts and use the radio stations to listen to different accents. I think everyone likes to sing, right? But sometimes you just like the melody, but you don't understand the lyrics. So this time around, you like the melody and you also understand the lyrics. And you can try to sing the song with the accents, right? Okay, I think that's all for now. Okay, any question? All right. Okay, now let us look at the don'ts. Okay, do's you know already. Now, don'ts. The don'ts. All right. No? Where is the... Okay, don'ts. Hello. Do not rush and do not panic. So I think it's obvious that we can be rushing and we can be panic. All right, because it's an exam and you know that it's 25% and it is only about 40 minutes. If you cannot listen, then you say, oh my God, I'm going to be in what? In hot soup, right? But please do not rush and do not panic. You have second listening. So that's why every minute counts. Okay, every minute is very valuable. We can't afford to lose it. And then do not talk to others. Just now you were talking to your friends. In your exam, no talking. And don't look at your friend's answer. Maybe your answer is correct compared to your friends. So please have confidence in yourself. And then do not eat or drink because you will get distracted. Now, if you want to eat sweets, you eat sweets before the exam starts. And then if you want to drink, you drink before the exam starts, not during the exam. Okay, and then this one, I like this one very much. Do not daydream. I know you like to daydream. Daydream, you dream about being Shah Rukh Khan, I don't know. And then girls, you like the BTS group. Then you start imagining things. You daydream. You cannot daydream during the test. Okay, you have to be focused 100% or maybe more than that. And then do not leave any blank answer. Everything must be answered. And do not be overconfident. You know what is the meaning of overconfident? You listen once and you say, oh, I know already the answer. This is the answer. So for the second listening, you just blah, blah, blah like that. And then you start to be, I don't know, maybe you want to relax. No time to relax during exam. All right, you have to be alert, attentively listen to the question over and over again. All right, and then of course you cannot discuss the answers. Why? If you discuss the answers with your friend, the invigilator will accuse you of copy cheating. And then they will take hold of your paper and you will not get the marks for listening. And when you do not get marks for listening, meaning that for the whole paper exam, we have 4 papers, if you sit for the papers also, you will not get any marks, because you have to understand this is serious. Listen carefully. No cheating for any of the papers. Trust yourself. So before the exam, prepare yourself well. So before we call it a day, we would like you to sing our school anthem. Can you do that? And I want you to sing it wholeheartedly, clearly. Clearly. All right? All right.
Where's your song?
All right. Okay, with or without the
You want to use the slide?
no more slide. You want to use the? I think you just sing, You just sing without the -1. Cannot. Can we? All right.
I tak bunyi sebenarnya. Dia terus tu. I tak ada So it's the problem is not me. This one is a technical problem.
Okay, thank you. That's all our lesson, our listening speaking for this afternoon. Thank you.
Ni je.
Tak ada.
Alright. Boleh mute dia. Okay. Okay, Alhamdulillah. The session has ended. I would like to thank Teacher Rosie and then Teacher Soleha and also Teacher Zaim from SMS Tengku Muhammad Faris Petra for sharing with us how to do listening activity with the students in the real classroom. And we are having a very poor internet connection today. I'm sorry for that, but inshallah in the future we will try our best to make it better. So with that, thank you again to Faris Petra, the IB school, for sharing with us the information about listening for SPM session. Okay, right, before, without further ado, I think we should end our session today. And let's meet again in another session and we will try to overcome the problems that had arisen today. With that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Thank you to our USTP officers that help us a lot to do the program. Okay, thank you very much.